What's going on? We back with the Boxing Clinic and more. Y'all know what it is. One time for the one time. We back grinding. And I'm not even going to get into any of that WBC versus WBO, IBO, WBA, IBF champion crap. And about the BS Eddie Hearn is continuing to spew out. I had a brother come on here. He comes on every now and then. Say, yo, I'm just tired of you guys dick riding Wilder and this and that. And you know what I told him? I told the clown, I say, oh, it's okay for them to shove Triple G and Lomachenko and other guys down their throat. But I will never hear you complaining about that. And I told him take his raccoon self on up out of here, man. You know what I mean? And but like I said, it's an issue for brothers to get behind another brother. But it wasn't an issue, for them shoving that Triple G and Canelo stuff down their throat all the time. But let's get to let's get to the lowdown. Let's get to the one time for the one time. Still binge watching Luke Cage and season 1, and it's an amazing show. I mean, I love that and Black Lightning for the superhero shows, man. Eddie Hearn is set to announce the big signing this week. He's set to announce DAZN, the price for the U.S., and I think it's going to be a $2 upcharge or some type of upcharge for the U.K. He's set to announce it this week or next week, the week of the 4th of July. I don't know if he knows that's a big week in America, but either this week or next week, he's set to announce the particulars about the 6 fighters he have an agreement with, and the 12 fighters about 4 weeks ago he almost came to agreement with. So altogether, we guesstimate 18 fighters he should be announcing when he formally announces DAZN stateside, which should be this week or next week. Which sounding like, if it's next week, things ain't going as planned. Now, some of the guys that we heard that he's rumored to sign, Chavez Jr. He struck out on the Charlo twins. He struck out on Adrian Broner. He's still talking to Mikey. Him and Dana White still competing for Mikey. I've heard Gabriel Rosado. I heard Rod Salka. I heard Charles Martin. Just all guesses. Just all, hearsay, she say. He say, she say. So, and what turned out to be crazy is Fanon actually read my article better than I did because I really didn't read it. I just read it. Somebody sent it to me. And I made that mistake. And I usually read them, but, I was on the go. And actually, Eddie really doesn't have $1 billion. We know that. But he's splitting the budget with DAZN. Richard Schaefer has a deal in play, or it's, they working on it, where the World Boxing Super Series tournament will be streamed through DAZN and not through Eddie Hearn. So this venture is just not exclusive to Matchroom Boxing and Matchroom USA. Eddie Hearn is now sharing the $1 billion budget, allegedly, and I had the article as well. I'll put it into the description so you can read it. He's sharing the revenue of the $1 billion. If Richard Schaefer puts the World Boxing Super Series tournament on, that's through him. DAZN is working with Richard Schaefer. It's not Richard Schaefer going through Eddie Hearn to get to the zone. That's Richard Schaefer in the zone. So the zone is not exclusively Eddie Hearn. You know why it's not exclusively Eddie Hearn? Because of those 18 guesstimated fighters, he said, I want to sign 3 or 4 big ones or 4 or 5 big fighters. He struck out on everybody. He didn't get the Charlo twins. He didn't get Broner. He didn't get Mikey. He didn't get Earl. He didn't get Bivol neither. Bivol manager came out and said, no, that's a lie. We didn't sign with DAZN. And Danny Jacobs won't be on there. Danny Jacobs got a contract with HBO and will stick working with HBO. So, who is going to be on DAZN again? Who? Charles Martin? Rod Salka? Chavez Jr., really? Is that why Chavez Jr. trying to get into some shape? So, really, he's about to make this big announcement, and he's about to be whoop-de-blam, splat in your face. Maybe he might come out there with a Keith Thurman. He might announce a Keith Thurman. But that doesn't really line up. If Keith Thurman is coming back September 8th, the first DAZN show, he sees going to be in New York or LA, is September 22nd, I believe it is. The second one, if it's not in New York, it's going to be in LA. In the whichever one it is not in the first show. So if it's in New York, it'll be in LA, the second one. If it's in LA, it'll be in New York in the other show. And the other show is October. And he says, you know, that's the plan. And obviously Amir Khan won't be on there neither, because Amir Khan's coming back the first week of September from what we hear. Kell Brook won't be on there. Kell Brook came back July 28th, excuse me. So, I mean, that talk has really died down about the DAZN, about this big announcement that he had. Especially when it seems like Richard Schaefer is scooping in and getting a piece of the pie. And, you know, he was talking about signing really, really big fighters. This is going to be really, really big and all this. But I ain't heard him sign nobody. Everybody I heard that he was signing with, he striked out. And now the DAZN sees that he ain't bringing back no nothing. He's not bringing anything back. No good fighters back, and now they open up their revenue to other boxing promoters like Richard Schaefer, because they see it ain't going nowhere. They see it's financial loss. It's really a 2-year deal with a 2-year option, then with a 4-year option, and the budget breaks down to about $3 million per fight card. So $1 billion was a play on words. So he not paying guys all this money, you know, and all the guys that he's rumored to sign as well, very, very young prospects. A lot of very, very young prospects he's been following on Twitter, from what I understand. See, this is a guy that said he was going to take over America, and he had a $1 billion venture, 8-year deal, and it's really a 2-year deal. See, he lied. Just like he lied today about the WBC versus the WBA, WBO, IBF, well, IBF and IBO champion. Just as the little lie he said today. Oh, I don't think the WBC champion wants it. Well, you said another lie, Eddie Hearn said, and people say, well, you know, what about the WBC champion? He's lying as well, too. No, where is he lying at? This guy's the guy that's continually lying, consistently lying. Where's this big signing that he got? You know, he's saying, oh, he's going to announce it this week or this coming week or the first week in July. I mean, if you got fighters, you want to announce it right now. We know Eddie Hearn can't hold water. But you know something? When they talk to Richard Schaefer and going through Richard Schaefer to stream on the DAZN with the World Box Super Series tournament, that just showed their hand. Eddie Hearn ain't bringing home no bacon. He bringing home all baloney. Baloney fighters. Not even second tier, third tier fight. He bringing home 4th and 5th tier fighters, rundown fighters. Talking about Sergio Mora, Gabriel Rosado. Come on, man. Like I said, it'll be interesting to see the price. You know, anything above $1 is too much. $1 is too much, man. But wanted to let y'all know that Eddie Hearn has the big announcement this week or next week about the DAZN. And we'll see if you have any surprises. I doubt it. It's the Boxing Clinic and more. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you know we upload and go live. Hopefully go live today. Might be boxing, might not. But I definitely appreciate everybody for subscribing and continue to share the videos. Y'all know what it is. One time for the one time. We gone.